Hello viewers, today topic is prism and pyramid. So first we'll look at prism, then we'll go for pyramid. First, what is prism? Prism is actually a rectilinear figure whose both ends are polygons of n sides. So we'll start with a three-sided polygon, that is a triangle. So we start with a triangular prism. So let's look at how a triangular prism appears. So I am taking a triangular base, both top and bottom surfaces you take triangles, and I am joining these triangular surfaces with rectangular surfaces. So this is a triangular prism. If I take a quadrilateral, so here I have taken a quadrilateral, it is a four-sided polygon. So both top and down or up and bottom surfaces, both of them are quadrilateral. So you call it as a quadrilateral prism. So I am adding these quadrilaterals by using a rectangular surfaces. If I take a circle, both up and down surfaces are circles, you call it as a circular prism. Circular prism is also called as a cylinder. So this is a rectilinear figure, both ends are n-sided polygons and it is connected by using the rectangular surfaces. If I cut it and open them, see what happens if I cut any of these figures and open it. So if I cut and open it, it forms a rectangle like this. Suppose I am taking it as an equilateral triangle. So it is A and A and A. If you cut it at any edge, if you open it up, it becomes A plus A plus A. If you cut it and open it, it appears like this. So ultimately, for this rectangle, the length of the rectangle becomes the base perimeter. So length of the rectangle becomes base perimeter. This height of this rectangle becomes the height of the prism given. So I have taken a triangle here, so I have opened it up. So I'll get a base perimeter, means triangular perimeter, and height is height of the prism. So if I open it up, I'll try to find out the lateral surface area. So this rectangular surface is nothing but the lateral surface area. So how do I get the total surface? What are the surfaces which I am missing? Look at here, I am missing these two surfaces here. I am not getting this triangular surface and this triangular surface. I have actually covered what? All the other surfaces. I have covered all the surfaces except these two triangles. So this is called lateral surface area, only surface area of the sides. If I include those two base areas also, then I will get the total surface area of the prism. And how do I get the volume of the prism? So in order to get the volume of the prism, all you have to do is, you have to pile up all this triangle in order to cover the entire space. So technically we are doing base area, we are multiplying it with height. So in order to occupy this space, so volume of the prism is just multiply the base area with height. So the lateral surface area of the prism is base perimeter into height. You will get a rectangle area. For this rectangle, length and breadth, length into breadth is the area, length becomes the base perimeter, okay, breadth becomes the height. If you want the total surface area, lateral means only sides, total means up and down surfaces also you add it. So lateral surface area plus two base areas. What do you mean by this base area? If you take a triangular prism, you take two triangles, area of two triangles. If you take a quadrilateral prism, quadrilateral may be a parallelogram or a trapezium, or else it can be a square prism or anything. So you have to add two base areas. If you want to get the volume, simply take the base area. In order to get the volume, you just take base area and multiply it with height. So these are the three very important formulas of prism. Now we will look at what is pyramid. Now pyramid is a polyhedron where you connect the polygon to the apex. All the sides, all the vertices of a polygon must be added to the apex or else a point. So I am taking a triangle, I am taking a quadrilateral. Any polygon you can take it as a base. I'm just taking a pentagon, taking a circle. Circle is a polygon with infinity many sides. You add all these vertices to a point, then we will get a pyramid. So, this first one is a triangular pyramid, second one is a quadrilateral pyramid, third one is a pentagonal pyramid, and the last one is a circular pyramid. You call it as a cone. Circular pyramid is also called as cone. Now, see, try to understand here. This green color one, the one which I am drawing to the apex, to the in-center of the base, to the in-center of the base. So, what is this center? Where exactly this height lies? It is exactly at the in-center. You have to draw the circle inside, and that in-center is nothing but where the height coincides the base. So, this is in-center. Now, this green one is called the height of the prism. Green one is called height of the prism. In the same manner, if I take this red line and I am drawing this is also height, but it is height of the surface. So, you call it as a slant height. Here surfaces are triangular surfaces. In case of prism, the surfaces are rectangular surfaces, here triangular surfaces. The height of the triangular surface here is nothing but a slant height. So, the red one you see here is a slant height. So, red one is a slant height and the green one is height of the pyramid. If you cut it and open it, see how it forms. Take an equilateral triangle and just cut it and open it. If you cut it and open it, it will be like this. Side 1, side 2, side 3, you are adding it to this. These are the three triangular surfaces we see here. These red lines are slant heights. So, how do I find out the area of these three triangles? Half into base into height. So, AL. So, I would simply say half into height becomes L. It is about A plus A plus A. In case of a triangle, it becomes A plus A plus A. Suppose if it is a rectangle, therefore, then you have to add the perimeter of a rectangle. If it is a circle, then you have to add the circumference of the circle. Therefore, the lateral surface area of a pyramid is equals to half into slant height into perimeter of the base. So, whatever the base it is, so you have to add the perimeter, you have to take the perimeter of the base in order to get the lateral surface area. So, lateral surface area of the pyramid is half into slant height into base perimeter. How do I get the total surface area? What is the difference between lateral and total surface area? Lateral means only you take sides. Total means you have to include the base surface also. So, here base area you have to add. So, in order to get the total surface area along with lateral surface area, you just need to add base area. Only one base will be there. So, you just need to add one base area. And remember, when it comes to volume of a pyramid is equals to exactly 1/3 of the volume of the prism with the same dimensions with the same number of sides. Suppose if I ask you what is the volume of the pyramid of a triangle, so or else a triangular pyramid, it is exactly 1/3 of the volume of the triangular prism. If I ask you a pentagonal prism, what is the volume of the pentagonal pyramid? Pentagonal pyramid volume is 1/3 of the volume of the pentagonal prism. So, let us look at the formulas. These are the formulas of prism. Now, look at for pyramid. We have already seen the explanation. So, lateral surface area is equals to, as you know, it is half of base perimeter into height. How do I find out the total surface area? Total surface area is lateral surface area. Along with this, you just need to add base area. What is volume? Volume of the pyramid is exactly 1/3 of the volume of the prism. What is the volume of the prism? Base area, you multiply it with height. So, these are the formulas which are related to pyramid. Now, let us first look at the problems based on prism, then we will come to pyramid. Look at the first question based on prism. The base of a right prism is an equilateral triangle of side 8 centimeters and the height of the prism is 10 centimeters. Then the volume of the prism. First of all, the base is an equilateral triangle. When it comes to volume of the prism, we know its base area into height. Base area is equilateral triangle area is √3/4 a square. A square is actually a side square, 8 square. Height of the prism is 10 centimeters. So 64/4 is 16. 16 into 10 is 160√3 centimeter cube. So that is volume. Simply do base area into height. Look at the next one. The height of the right prism with a square base. So here base is a square is 15 centimeter. Height is given as 15 centimeter if the area of the total surface of the prism is 608 and its volume he is asking you. We know total surface area is perimeter of a base, which is 4a, into height, which is h, plus 2 into base area, which is 2 into a square is the area of a square, is equals to 608. Substitute the value of h, divide everything by 2. Value of h is 15. So if 2 is gone, 15 into 2, 30a. This 2 is gone, a square is equals to 304. You can substitute the value or else you can just derive it. A square plus 30a minus 304 is equals to 0. 304 is 152 into 2. This is 19. 19 8s into 2. So 38 and 8 you are getting. So a square plus 38a minus 8a minus 304 is equals to 0. If you factorize it, the factors are 8 and minus 38. So however you don't get minus 38. So the side of a square given is 8. Now you want volume. Volume is base area, that is 8 square, into height. Height is 15. 64 into 15, 960. Now look at the next one. The base of a right prism is a trapezium. Now here the base is a trapezium. The length of the parallel sides are 8 centimeters and 14 centimeters and the distance between the parallel side is 8. If the volume of the prism is 1056, then the height of the prism. So we know base area into height is equals to volume. Height is equals to volume by base area. Volume is given as 1056. A trapezium area is half into height into height means the distance between the parallel sides, that is 8, and sum of parallel sides, that is 22. 2 1s are 2 11s are. So 11 table you cancel it. It is going to be 96. 96 by 8 is 12 centimeters. So height of the prism is 12 centimeters there. A prism has a base. A prism has the base a right angled triangle whose sides are adjacent to the right angle are 10 and 12. So I am just drawing the base, it is 10 and 12. The height of the prism is 20, the density of the material of the prism is 6. He is asking you the weight or mass. So weight is equals to density into volume. Density is given as 6, volume is base area. Base area is half into, what is the area of a right angle triangle? Half into base into height, or else half into this, one side becomes base, one side becomes height. So it is half into 10 into 12. into the height of the prism. Height of the prism is 20. Cancel this. It is in grams. 36 into 2, 72. So 7200 grams. Convert it into kgs, it is 7.2 kgs. So the answer is 7.2 kg is the weight of the prism. Look at the base of a right prism is an equilateral triangle, area 173 centimeters square. The volume of the prism is 10380 centimeters cube. The area of the lateral surface of the prism, take √3 is equals to 1.732. Base area into height, 173 into height is equals to the volume 10380. 1s are 60s are. Therefore, height is equals to 60 centimeter. You just need to find out the lateral surface of the prism. First, you need to find out the perimeter of this equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle area is √3 by 4 a square is equals to 173. Assume that it is 1.73, cancel 1.73, ones are 1.73, hundreds are. Therefore, a square is equals to 400, a is equals to 20, perimeter is equals to 60 because there are 3 sides. So, in order to find out the lateral surface area, multiply the base perimeter into height. 60 into 60, 3600 centimeter square. So, now these are the questions based on prism. Now, we will look at questions based on pyramid. Yeah. Now, let us look at the question based on pyramid. If slant height of the right pyramid with the square base is 4 meters and the total slant surface of the pyramid is 12 square meters, then the ratio of the total slant surface and the area of the base is. Slant height of the right pyramid with the square base is 4. So, slant height is 4. Total slant surface area, slant surface means lateral surface area, is half into slant height into base perimeter square, therefore, it is 4a, which is equals to 12. So, cancel 1s are 2s are. So, LA is equals to 6. I can find out A also, which is 6 by 4, which is 3 by 2. See what he is asking you there. Then the ratio of the total slant surface means slant surface is half into L into A, that is 12, it is already given, by the base area. So, what is base area? It is A square, square area, right. So, it is 9 by 4. So, it becomes 12 into 4 by 9, 3s are 4s are, 16 is to 3. Total slant surface area means lateral surface area, base area is a square area here. Let's look at the next one. Right pyramid stands on a square base of diagonal 10 √2. Diagonal of a square is √2a is equals to 10 √2 means he is indirectly giving you side of a square which is 10. If height of the pyramid is 12, area of the slant surface is, see here, height of the pyramid is given as 12. Try to understand a square base. From exactly the center point to this is half of the side of a square, it is 5. If height is 12, therefore, the slant height becomes right angle triangle 5, 12 and 13. Therefore, L is equals to 13. So, that is how you need to find out the slant height. So, he is asking you what is the slant surface? Area of the slant surface is half into slant height into base area, that is 4a. 2 1s are 2s are 2AL. A is 10, L is 13, which is 260 centimeters square. So, slant surface area is 260. Look at the next one. The base of a right pyramid is an equilateral triangle of side 4. Height of the pyramid is half of the slant height. So, its volume is, height of the pyramid is half of the slant height. First, in order to find out the volume, what is the volume? Volume is 1/3 of base area. Base area is √3/4 side square into height. He says height is half of slant height. Therefore, if slant height is equals to 2x, height is equals to x, I would say h square plus r square is equals to L square. R is in radius. In a triangle, equilateral triangle, the in radius relation between in radius and the side is A is equals to 2√3r. Therefore, A value triangle side is 4. 4 is equals to 2√3r. Cancel it. Square on both sides. 4 is equals to 3r square. Therefore, r square is equals to 4/3. H square is nothing but x square plus 4/3 is equals to L square is 4x square. 3x square is equals to 4/3. X square is equals to 4/9. Therefore, x is equals to 2/3. What is slant height? 2/3 into 2, 4/3. So, we need this, but we do not need slant height. H value is enough. √3/12. A value is 4 square. Height is 2/3. Cancel everything possible. 4 1s are 4 3s are. So, you are getting 8/9 √3 centimeter cube is the volume. All you have to do is find out the value of x and put it in the formula given there. Volume is equals to 1/3 of base area into height. So, here I have mentioned the formula. So, this is the base equilateral triangle, height. Find out the height, which is x. Put it in this formula. Little calculative, but it is easy. Look at the next one. The base of the right pyramid is a square of side 16 centimeter long. If its height be 15 centimeter, then the area of the lateral surface, we know height square plus half of the side square is equals to slant height square, because it forms a right angle triangle there. So, we can say the base of a right pyramid is a square. Square is 16 centimeter long. The side of a square is 16. Therefore, height is 15. 15 square plus half of side, which is 8 square, is equals to 17 square. So, therefore, indirectly he is saying slant height is 17. If slant height is 17, we know half into slant height into base perimeter, half into 17 into, or else you can say 2AL. 2 into A value is 16, L value is 17. 32 into 17, 17 2s are 34, 3 here, 51, then 54. 544 centimeter square is actually the lateral surface area. If you want the total surface area, all you have to do is what? Just take the area of a square, that is 16 into 16, 256, add it to the base. So, add it to the lateral surface area. So, add the base to lateral surface area in order to get the total surface area. Here, if the slant height of the right pyramid with the square base is 4 centimeters, I think they have done this. See this sum. Base of a right pyramid is a square. Length of the diagonal of the base is 24√2. Square diagonal is 24√2 means the side of a square is 24. The volume of the pyramid is 1728 cubic meter or meter cube, its height. We all know 1/3 of base area, 24 into 24, into height is equals to volume 1728. 1728 can be written as 12 cube. It is 12 into 12 into 12. You can write it. You can cancel it. 12 ones are 12 twos are. 12 ones are 12 twos are. 4 ones are 4 threes are. So height is equals to 3 into 3. What is left? Just the 9 meters left. So height of this pyramid is 9 meters. So far we have seen the properties of prism and pyramid. So we have seen the sums, few sums based on prism and pyramid. So use these formulas so that you can get direct answers. Thank you.